Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 8th and final webinar of the Sustainable Network Training Program. We're just waiting on a few people to join us, but I wanted to go ahead and get started with today's graduation. So, as you will see on your screens, the purpose of today's meeting is really to get your overall feedback on the program, listen to how this training, the material that you've received, the support that you've received from Citizen Effect, and the experience over the last 10 weeks, how that has helped you achieve the goals that we've set for ourselves for this program, which were primarily find new ways or discover new ways to support your own projects, your chapter projects, learn about different strategies to use online platforms to reach your networks more efficiently, more effectively, and to find new ways of fundraising and building awareness about your projects and your chapters. So in just a minute, Andrew Moncada will be joining us to also give an overview of his experience from the perspective of Citizen Effect and how they've been working with us. And we really appreciate their partnership with Partners of the Americas. Citizen Effect has been working with us on a number of different projects to support our projects in different countries as well as our chapters. And we want to see that this relationship continue and that it will bring benefits to both your work, your chapter members, and other people affiliated with your chapters. So I just wanted to start with hearing some your experiences. Just listen in on how this experience has been for you, what you're taking away from this program, and what projects do you have in place to do your own fundraising, to continue fundraising, to meet your goals, and to continue your outreach activities beyond the program. And I think I'd like to start with Brandon Watkins. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Hello, Brandon?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you very faintly.
Perhaps come back to me.
Oh, no, I think I hear you better. Can you hear him okay, Yukai, over there?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I don't remember all the questions that you had asked, but one of the things that we're doing, we're working on a fundraiser with a sort of a wine tasting that was something I had thought of before I heard about the Washington, D.C. presentation, but decided that I liked the way they were doing theirs, and so we're doing ours in a similar way, but also adding an art auction that is probably going to be a silent auction with artwork from our partner country of Belize. It turns out that the president of Michigan Partners was down in Belize during the course of the summer, and while she was down there, I asked if she could get some local artwork that could go towards our fundraiser, and she was able to get actually several donations from artists in Belize. So that's going to be really kind of a good thing. I think it's going to work out really well. We've gotten a pretty good response so far, and we're going to continue to promote it and market it. One of the things I've gotten out of Citizen Effect is some ideas on how to best market and promote a fundraiser like this to our members and to other individuals who might be interested. So that's kind of our big project we're working towards September 24th, and we'll have the Miss Michigan 2010, who was a member of Michigan Partners before she won the crown. She'll be joining us for the event and helping us maybe give that little extra draw, and we're looking forward to that.
Perfect. And can I ask, the funds that you raise through the wine tasting and the silent auction, is there any specific project that those funds are going to be going towards, or is it general funds for your chapter?
We're going to be using it for two different, kind of both. Some of it should go towards our just general programs and some projects that we're working on going forward, but we are intending to use some of it to work with, her name is Katie LaRoche, that's Miss Michigan 2010. She's actually about to go down to Belize at the beginning of October and meet up with Miss Belize down there, and they're going to work on going around the country and promoting some projects and things like that. She's going to continue on from there to some other countries in Central and South America, but she's starting in Belize, and with some of our projects, we're actually going to help use some of the funds to help her in going down there and meeting with people, and hopefully meeting with the ambassador down there, and with housing and those sorts of things we've been able to work with her. So we're going to be using some of it for that, but the majority of it at this point is sort of slated towards growing our chapter and getting more youth involved and growing better ties between Michigan State University and the University of Belize, and I can't remember the name of the university in the Dominican Republic. Michigan's partnered with two countries. We're also partnered with the DR. There's a university there, I can't think of it at the moment, that would also be involved in that project. So right now that's probably the majority of where the funds would go, but we're also going to use some of it to help Katie and her project and her program.
Oh, excellent. Well, that's really good news. I hope you can just keep us up to date with how that goes, and we'd love to post that on our website and share that with our network.
Great.
Well, thank you, Brandon. Next up, Gerard Lagos. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can. I was just on mute, so I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect.
Yeah, Michael, we kind of tag teamed Eric, Brand, and I, and neither one of us was able to attend all the webinars, but I think between us we got to almost all of them, and we really used the program to focus on one project in particular, and that was trying to send a youth traveler to Uruguay. So this is Gerard Lagos, Minnesota Uruguay Partners, to Uruguay to explore using soccer as a development tool. And we already have the Aganar program, but we have a very dynamic young woman who is very interested in travel and connections, and then the power of soccer, especially in girls. And I don't know, in Latin America, getting young women involved in sports and leadership is sometimes very difficult. So so that was her interest, and that's what we're using the project for. And her plan is to go down to Uruguay in November, and that's what we're trying to fundraise right now.
Excellent. And I remember seeing the just kind of a proposal for the project. And will you be continuing to use the Citizen Effect platform to fundraise?
We do. We have a couple avenues right now, and to fundraise online that we've used in the past. One is there's a Give MN, and I think there's a lot for a lot of the states around the country. That's an online social network platform. There's Citizen Effect, and then there's also a couple other ones that some of our membership have been emailing. There is some concern about how we manage these websites in general and how much they cost and what the fees are and that kind of thing. So I think as a group we haven't resolved that in our board meetings yet. I think that's something we need to talk about.
Excellent. Well, let us know if there's anything that you need, or if we can help you and answer some of those questions. We've also worked with different platforms, and if there's any help you need, just let us know.
Okay. Thank you.
And we'd also love to create some connections between the youth traveler going to Uruguay and our team down there, as well as our Sport for Development team here at the office in D.C. They'd love to learn more about what she's up to, and to share information, share contacts, so that this individual is connected to all the right people.
I think that's a good idea. Okay.
Excellent. Next up we have Luisa de Paula in Rio de Janeiro. So Luisa, tell us, how was your experience? What are you currently working on for your fundraising goals, and how do you see yourself moving forward?
Yeah, I fundraised for the Dennis Shaw Scholarship because I'm not very close to the chapter here, and at first I thought that would be a concern, but then I just started fundraising for the scholarship since I know a bunch of youth ambassadors and I have personal experience with the program. I use usually my social networks, Facebook, Twitter, and I also sent few emails, and I found that the training was great for me to find out what to write on those emails and what works, and they worked very well. I got a few donations from people that I hadn't emailed and that were on my Twitter, audience and Facebook audience, but mostly I got donations from the people I emailed. And I got 615 reais. That's not much, so I'm gonna try to keep pushing a little bit more with people who pledged and haven't donated yet. And that's it. I think I'm gonna keep for a few more weeks trying to raise that amount, but it was a great experience.
Oh, excellent. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. And
but it was in the middle of the week, so I got some money from that. And I'm hoping that maybe I'll do the same thing next year, about the same time of the year, and raise a little more, or tie it in with something else, some other date that maybe my birthday or something that people should donate for the scholarship on some special occasion. I don't know.
excellent.
But it was very valuable. But the thing with the training, I ended up not using the Citizen Effect platform as much because I focused more on Brazilian donors. So that was kind of a concern for me, and a few cultural differences. People are not that used to donations, but people responded well, better than I thought.
And regarding the cultural differences, and particularly some of the perceptions that we have regarding donations in some of our chapters, for example, in the United States, and engaging their southern counterparts. Is there anything that you learned along the way, or any tips that you would like to share with our chapter members from U.S. chapters to get their southern counterparts more engaged in fundraising? Is there anything that you'd like to share that you saw worked for you that you think might just be useful to our chapters here in the North, to get the southern chapters much more engaged on fundraising if they're not so already?
Well, off the top of my head, I think that whatever is taught on the training, that you have to get people to donate for something you strongly believe in and really explain to people why that's important, that's even more so here. It's even more important here. You know, you really have to tell people what this is for, because I don't know, here in Brazil sometimes NGOs don't have a very good reputation, so they have to trust the person who's collecting, who's fundraising before giving even a cent. And I don't know, but I would tell the northern chapters not to get too discouraged, because people do donate, you know, but you have to go about it the right way and not get discouraged when sometimes it doesn't give any result.
Oh, excellent, Luisa. Well, this might be a topic for a future webinar, and you know, we want to expand our library of webinars so that we can cover different themes. And I think that would definitely be one theme that we'd like to potentially tap you to get your personal experience and shed some light on that issue.
I'm sure there are several chapters in Brazil that would have a lot to add, so it would be nice to have a southern training as well.
Yes, and that's in the works right now, and you know, your feedback is going to be really important to get us to help us really craft the type of program that's going to be most effective.
Okay, count on me.
All right, thanks, Luisa. Jennifer, are you there?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Jennifer. Would you like to just give us just an overview of your experience in the program?
Sure.
What the training has provided you, and how and what follow-up steps you're going to be taking?
Yeah, I wanted to let everyone know I thought Andrew was very helpful. He called me like once a week, and he helped me tweak my email so that it would reach more people. And I think we've got it now where I think several people are going to donate soon. And I like the Citizen Effect website, and I'm been slow at learning it, but I'm going to use it more and put more photos of my project that I'm working on. I'm working to purchase books for a small library in Brazil with our sister chapter in Belém. And what else here? I've got a fundraiser plan for September the 10th. It's called Pastry and Coffee Fundraiser, and we're going to have it at our regular Missouri partner meeting. And then also I've talked in a youth ambassador into speaking. My son was a youth ambassador to Antigua, so he's going to speak about his trip there. And we're going to show photos of the students in Brazil reading in the library with the books that the American Embassy has donated to them. And it took a little while to get things going, but more people in the chapter are interested in this project. So I think our fundraiser should be successful. I'm hoping to raise about $500, and that's on November the 10th. And let's see. Oh, we're also our sister chapter president, Mary Helena Molmanson. She's going to come and visit. She's going to go to the to the Partners Convention in Colombia, and then after that she's planning on coming to visit us in Missouri, and we're going to help her introduce her to members and help her network with nonprofits here who might be able to help her with her library project. And then on my website I've also been promoting the Missouri Partners Publishing Company. We've got an upcoming book. It's called Bound to Belém. It's written by Dr. Jim Bogan. He was a fellow, a Partners Fellow, and he's a professor at the University of Missouri in Rolla, and he was real excited. I wrote to him and got permission for him to use the cover of the book on the website, and he's all excited about it, and he's going to give me some more of his material to post on the website. So I just wanted to say I'm taking small steps, and then I'm hoping at our meeting that we have on November the 10th, we're going to discuss about setting up 2 annual fundraisers to help promote our chapter projects. And I think I have missed some of the webinars, but it's really nice to be able to go to YouTube and go back and review the different webinars. So I'm going to be doing that, and I think it'll be really helpful in the future.
Oh, excellent. Well,
So I just want to thank everybody for the opportunity.
No, we want to thank you, Jennifer, and all the other participants. We knew that the dates of this training program were going to be a little difficult since some or the majority of you will be traveling and taking vacations. So we want to thank you for sticking to it and helping us really work out the kinks of the program, and your feedback is going to make us improve on the program and make sure
I know
that
what I
future.
was thinking.
Yeah.
I talked to Andrew, and I was thinking that a program like this for youth would be really helpful, because youth know how to use Facebook and Twitter and their iPhones, and something like this might really take off well with teens and college students.
Well, yeah, that's one thing that we're looking at right now. As many of you know, we're launching a new initiative called Partners Campus, in which we have created a model for partners chapters that are going to be student-led and student-driven chapters on different university campuses. So that's one of the components that we're going to be including there, which are going to be trainings, such as this SNTP training program.
Because I think they would be really good at it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we have Andrew here joining us now. Andrew, are you there?
I'm here, Michael.
Hey, Andrew. So I'd like to just give you a chance to just address the participants, and then after we have each participant go over their own experience, just like to have like an update, an overview on your perspective, and then particularly on those participants who have not been able to attend today's webinar.
Yeah, definitely. And so I think one of the things that I'm most happy about through this whole program was the sense of getting to know everyone here and all the participants, and kind of understanding and getting that fuller perspective on what Partners is all about. And I think the plan that a lot of you guys are doing in terms of, as Jennifer mentioned, that she's planning to like put more pictures up and kind of provide more kind of background about her own chapter. I mean, using Citizen Effect to kind of help spread the word about all the great work you guys are doing. I mean, that's really kind of opened my eyes to all the great progress and all the accomplishments you guys have done. And so I've been really pleased to work with you guys on that. I mean, to date, I think we have almost $1,300 raised, and I know that plenty of you will continue to actively fundraise at the end of this webinar and this webinar series. You guys will be actively kind of looking to put on programs and other small fundraising events to really complement the efforts you guys have been putting forth so far. And so definitely enjoy what's happened. And I think, you guys definitely have a lot of great things ahead. And hopefully, Citizen Effect can provide an answer to what you guys are putting forth. I'd like to also just remind everyone that, yeah, Citizen Fact is happy to provide the opportunity to promote and help you guys fundraise specific programs that you guys look to support throughout the year, such as a Youth Ambassadors program, or as Jennifer mentioned, the kind of any programs that could get youth involved who are better acquainted with social media to kind of, yes, really hopefully Citizen Fact can be a tool that can assist and support a lot of the great stuff that you guys have going forward. So I think, yeah, Michael, I think overall it's been a success, and I'm happy to see what we've been able to do.
Well, no, thank you, Andrew, and I'm sure the participants in the program are really grateful for your support and for really being there week in and week out to help them through this. I would just like to read a message that Christine Smyrski sent from Illinois. Her microphone isn't working, so I'm just going to read this out loud. This is a review, an overview of her fundraising experience and her projects, and some feedback on the program itself. So Christine writes, "Our fundraising project is to raise money to support our Mostra Film Festival in November. We're planning a pre-festival wine tasting and film screening just prior to the festival. Prior to that, for the first time, our chapter organized a potluck on August 16th with a Brazilian language school, which is very dynamic. So we were able to increase our audience, a much larger audience. We decided to jumpstart our fundraising for the Mostra Film Festival at this event, and we served caipirinhas for a $5 donation. The picnic potluck was a lot of fun, and the drinks were very welcomed. We actually made some money too. Well, did not make as much money as we had hoped. Due to all the free wine and beer, we collected $210, so approximately 45 glasses of caipirinhas, but minus supplies we netted $87. Not everyone donated money for their caipirinhas. Most of the younger attendees did not donate, or they put in $1 or $2. We definitely learned a lot about the process. Next time, I think we could be more careful to produce just enough to meet demand. By the end of the party, we had drinks left over. Also, since the beer and wine and soft drinks were free, it was hard after a while to get people to pay for the caipirinhas. We hope to work more closely with Andrew and Citizen Effect as we prepare for our larger event. We really like the website. It has all 8 webinars, all organized, and we'll be reviewing those again." Christine. Well, thank you, Christine. The last 3 webinars will be up there shortly. We had an intern who was reformatting the videos and putting them on there, and she's just been away for a couple of weeks. So she'll be back tomorrow, and those should be on at the end of the week. It is a learning process, as we all know. We want to also take your feedback and your experiences and share those experiences with future participants, be they current chapter leaders or youth ambassadors and other young leaders and young members of our network. Because what you're learning and what you're going through right now, that's going to serve you to be more effective in the future, but it's also going to be a great lesson learned for other participants and other partners, volunteers. So thank you, Christine, for sharing this great experience with us, and we really wish you all the best of luck in your for the event in November for the film festival. And if you want, you could send us some a flyer or some information. We'd love to share that with our network. Next up, Yanni, are you on the line?
Yes.
Hey.
Hello?
Hey, we can hear you perfectly.
Great.
So we're wondering if you could give us just a general overview of your experience up till now, and any feedback that you'd like to give us and or the other participants.
Oh dear. I was afraid I was going to have to do that. Well, as Andrew knows, because he's been very, very persistent and good, friendly, but persistent about following up with me, I have had a lot of trouble actually getting in sync with the program and doing my follow-up work. I have really, I think, gotten great ideas, gotten a sense of motivation from it, and feel like it's a great program, but the timing was not good for me at all because of two things. One, I was already committed to a big event for a different not-for-profit, the university, which I do a lot of work for, and that was kind of a big, civic event with a lot of special aspects, the venues, things like that. That was last week. So it's a new organization, it's a new venue, and there were just a lot of things to handle over the summer at the same time that this program was running. Also, I have a person in my organization, a Brazilian, on my board who would have been a great part of a tag team to cover when I couldn't, who I think also she helps to inspire me and help me create new events and things like this. And she was gone for the summer, as was one of our other key board members, so I kind of was left suddenly on my own. But nevertheless, last week I had a couple of breakthroughs that I think are going to really push me to go on and get the benefits that you guys desire out of this, that you desire for us, which is that I was at a just kind of a reunion, a party for a visiting Brazilian, and got connected to somebody who can connect me to a celebrity Brazilian in our community for the cocktail party happy hour that I want to do. And then I also got a return from summer kind of call back from a new member who was a former board member about 10 years ago, and she is very interested in this idea of the happy hour and I think wants to help me with it, so I think we may actually get this done.
Excellent.
So
great news.
I haven't really put my web page to work like I should, and I need to sort of, I think you offer a great opportunity for somebody like me who's not in the generation of using Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff all the time to keep, conquering new skills and getting out there. And I really love the suggestion of the other partners member who said, let's try to get some of the youth doing this as well. Because I can see, I've got a couple of younger board members that could go with this. And one I know couldn't commit because he already committed to use a similar type of fundraising technique for a different local not-for-profit. So that's kind of my story. Great concept, limited experience, but I think it's going to end up making a contribution and getting us going in some new direction.
Well, no, thank you so much, Yanni. And it sounds like you have a lot of great irons in the fire, and we'd love to just keep abreast of all the new developments. Those contacts. I'm sure other chapters with Brazilian connections would love to hear about how that goes and how your experience with this Brazilian celebrity goes, since there are many opportunities to learn from your experience on how to approach celebrities, and maybe others can have that experience and share it with you. So that's great to hear. And sorry.
Michael?
Yep.
We don't have a blog capability tied to our website, right? The Sustainable Network website?
Yes, we do. Andrew, would you like to just field the question of how to use the blogging component?
Oh yeah, definitely. And so Johnny, yeah, on the Citizen Effect project pages, there is a section there to update and kind of put blogs and kind of expand, provide more information about your chapter or kind of upcoming events. So I mean, on Citizen Effect, yeah, you do have a resource to kind of share more information through the blog capabilities there. But yeah, hopefully that can be a good resource for you and other participants to kind of look into as well.
And
I see. I think I did get that at the beginning when you introduced this, but since I haven't been using it, great. Yeah.
No worries. And I mean, I do look forward to kind of taking and kind of maybe sharing more information about that, and to kind of share with you other resources that we can provide moving forward as well.
yeah, this is a very dynamic platform,
Okay. And that's a blog. What I'm looking at is a blog for all Citizens Effect on the Citizens Effect website. Is there one just for us?
Oh, yes, and so it's on your individual project page, Johnny. So if you just type in your name and then click on your project, there will be a section there that says Partners America's blog, and that's all for you.
Great. Okay, sorry. I thought I had gotten to it, and that just got me confused because I got to your main one. Okay, I'll check further. Thanks.
No problem. And so, and also that's like another thing that I've been also very, very happy about too, is the fact that for you and other participants throughout this program, you guys, I really do appreciate the efforts that you guys have been managing to put forth in this program. The fact that you have so many other things and commitments throughout the summer. Others, you guys undoubtedly have other commitments and just vacation plans, things like that. But the fact that you've been able to kind of listen in, chime in on these bi-weekly webinars, and also kind of take those efforts to kind of put forward a fundraising strategy, definitely do appreciate it. And these steps really will make a really big difference in the immediate future. And so thank you all again for just like your commitment throughout these past 10 weeks.
well, thank you, Andrew. And once again, if you have any other questions regarding the platform itself, or if you want to bounce some ideas back and forth on, if you want to send out an email to your network for your fundraising, or your question about event, don't hesitate to get in touch with Andrew. He, as he's demonstrated, he's definitely here to help you, and use that resource. He's a very valuable resource, and please don't hesitate to reach out to him. Lisa Martin, hi, are you on the line?
Hi, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. Hey, Lisa.
Okay, great. Hi, well, I've had a great experience so far, but it's not anywhere near being over. So, in fact, just while I was on this webinar, I got a $50 donation.
Oh, excellent. That's great news.
That should have pushed me not only beyond my halfway point, but counting check donations that haven't been updated yet, it should push me beyond the $300 mark, because I'm, I kind of know who has sent checks in for about how much money. Yeah, Andrew has been really great in keeping me on track. And, having like the weekly call with him helps me to regularly keep after my potential donors and pursue new ones. My chapter is pretty small. Our active members, we don't have that many. So I do have contacts with other Brazilians in our area, as well as some Brazilian friends, good friends of mine for over 10 years, who used to live here in Washington, D.C., and they're all civil servants for the government, and they make great salaries. And so I decided to go after them because they also love Washington, D.C., so they had like the interest. So the person who made the $50 donation actually is one of those friends who is a government employee in Brazil. Anyway, and he's even on vacation in Europe and made the donation. So one thing that kind of helped boost my my online donations was to do a little challenge to my members, telling them I was offering a bottle of cachaça for, having a raffle, and anyone who donated by a certain deadline would be included in that. So that was a little kind of boost. And now I'm at the last appeal. It's probably the 4th email I've sent to members and certain friends, saying we're wrapping up and please help me. I'm past my halfway point. Please help me get to the $500 goal. So I'm pretty confident I will be able to reach it. My project itself has been slightly delayed. I've been planning an art exhibition and sale. I've had no problem finding artists to either donate their work or contribute their work, and we would garner 20% commission of sales of any of the artwork. The problem is the venue. I've been pitching to some embassies, Latin American embassies, as potential hosts for the event. So they would provide the reception, all the food and drink, and help with the exhibition itself with hanging on the walls. But there's just been a challenge with finding a participating embassy. But I'm working with one of them right now on maybe having it at the ambassador's residence, because their embassy can accommodate us. If not, I do have some other possible venues, so I can still have this event and bring in, above and beyond the $500 goal through the sale of artwork. And so that artwork would be by artists within the Washington, D.C. area, as well as from Latin American countries. So, yeah, hopefully that can happen in October, and I can just, make a greater contribution. So, but anyway, Andrew's been great, and I also like the Citizen Effect website, and I've just had a, really good experience with this process.
Oh, excellent. Well, and Lisa, I'd like to just let you know that we have recently founded student chapter at American University.
Oh.
And we are going to be working very closely with a number of students. We already have 16 members from the School of International Service and Kogod Business School. And as a student on-campus student club, we're recognized by the university. We can organize events, and we have access to all of their meeting spaces. So we'd love to work with the DC chapter to facilitate any types of events or anything that you may be planning for the future.
Okay, great. I'm also, I did my master's at AU, so.
Oh, excellent.
I'll also have that in common with them. Well, that's great. Yeah, they have some good space there, good venue space. So I'll have to explore that if my other possibilities don't pan out.
Sure. No, let us know. And to all of our other participants, this is just an example of if you're interested in the student chapters and the program for the student chapters. The student chapters are usually, are going to be all recognized student clubs on campuses, and they receive a lot of resources from the universities that make them a little bit different from our traditional chapters, in that they have access to the student activities support, they have access to a number of other resources and funding that is made available by universities and colleges, and one of those resources is meeting space. So creating these partnerships with student chapters is a way to support your own work as well as theirs, because what they want to do is find projects, get involved, volunteer, and just get active. And they would more than happily make these resources available to you as well. So it's just something to keep in mind for everybody.
Right, and yeah, my chapter has been brainstorming ways of bringing in new people, but also young, more young people too as well. So that's great.
Well, so I'll send you an email just with the contact information of the chapter president for the AU student chapter.
Okay, sounds good, Michael. And thank you for all your help with this training program as well.
No, thank you, Lisa, for taking on an additional responsibility. But we hope that it's been instructive and that you're taking away some valuable lessons learned that will help you in your chapter. We have one more participant, Steve Kirk from Massachusetts. He sent me also a note here that I'm going to read out loud. Steve says, the Massachusetts chapter has been focused on building up membership. We have had a very busy year after many years of limited activity. This year we are involved with the Climate Change Program, the Youth Sports Management Program, and of course the convention in Medellin, our partner chapter, and the IAVE meeting. We hope to use a happy hour later in September to gather in new members and reconnect now that we are able to demonstrate more concretely what Partners does in Massachusetts. Andrew has been great in terms of keeping me focused on this task. I could have easily have drifted away at some point had he not kept on me. I enjoyed the webinars, particularly the opportunity to be inspired by my colleagues from what seems to be more established chapters. The range of activities has been enlightening. We do not have a solid method of reaching out to folks, so I think we will continue to use the Citizen Effect tools to raise both friends and funds. Well, thank you, Stephen. That's that is definitely one of that was one of our end goals for this program, was to provide you with new tools, provide you with these contacts with Citizen Effect to help facilitate your own fundraising, your outreach activities. But most importantly, is if you'll remember from the beginning of the program and in the information that we sent out, being able to interact and engage the different members from the network and to broaden sometimes what can be these partnerships that that have a lot to share with each other, and that Colorado, Indiana, Massachusetts, there's a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of connections and a wealth of resources that we need to breach and we need to share, and that was one of the goals for this program, and we hope that we have achieved that goal, and we want to continue doing so in future projects and programs. And any ideas or any initiatives that you or any other chapter member would like to undertake to make that happen, we are more than open to listening in on those ideas, and just let us know how else we can work to facilitate this sharing of knowledge or resources, because that's what we want to accomplish. So now that we've gone through the presentations from all of our participants online today, I'd like to just ask Andrew to share with us some other highlights from participants who were not able to join in today that you would like to share with our participants.
Yeah, definitely. And I think in addition to all the great work you guys right now have been able to accomplish, I think, Don from Oregon has been doing a great job in terms of looking to support individual projects that his Oregon chapter is putting together with the wheelchair program and the high school exchange. other people. Brandon has been doing a great job in terms of
Here's my key. You can go in the hallway.
outreach for his art and wine tasting event later in September. And let's see, we have Tracy from Kentucky, who's looking forward to kind of a cooking, kind of a food type of event for Brazil. And I think Lynn from Colorado has been doing a great job in terms of complementing the outreach online through more intimate means with the fundraising events, things like that. She has a mock trial event for October 7th. And so her University of Northern Colorado will be having this mock trial event, and so she's hoping to engage students as like a new potential base of membership for her local partners chapter to attend this event on campus, and as well as her standing as a professor at the school and working a lot with a lot of the students there. She's hoping to use that to kind of leverage and kind of get a lot of people involved, and so definitely looking forward to supporting her, and then as well with everyone else here today. You guys have been doing a really fantastic job planning, strategizing, and being really innovative with your ideas. I mean, Lisa from New York, I mean, she has been really kind of steadfast in putting together and making sure that we have a really excellent art event later on, and so she's been doing a lot of kind of follow-up with local embassies, things like that, to kind of find that venue. And she already has kind of auction, kind of raffle prizes and kind of emails to outreach, things set up. And so her story, though, is a lot similar to everyone else. I mean, you guys are kind of like the bedrock for why this program has been effective as it is. You guys have been completely receptive to what we've been doing, and definitely appreciate those efforts. And kind of, looking forward to try to make this as beneficial to you and the rest of your chapters as possible. And I think, we are making some definitely good progress, and can't wait to kind of see where things go from here. And despite the fact that the webinar sessions are over, we'll be able to kind of post them online for future reference for you guys and anyone else in your chapters who are interested in learning more about fundraising efforts. And so I think, moving forward, I mean, we are definitely moving in the right direction, and definitely can't wait to see what happens next.
Well, thank you, Andrew. And are there any tips or any advice that you'd like to give to our participants, or potentially if anyone would like to schedule a phone call or follow up with you in the near future?
Yeah, definitely. And so I do look forward to kind of, continuing to work with you guys as you plan for these upcoming fundraising events. And for those of us who are still looking to kind of identify the best way to kind of reach your fundraising goal and support your chapter, I think the things that we've looked to kind of touch base on through these webinar programs are kind of like the online outreach and kind of the in-kind donations, and especially identifying and looking for kind of low-scale fundraising events. A lot of the great work that you guys have previously done has been kind of these bigger, sizable galas and things like that. But I think maybe a way for us to move forward is, definitely consider these like small-scale, like happy hour events, like Luisa did a really great job of, or like the barbecue things that Team Illinois with Christine and Pat have done out in Chicago. Looking to find those kind of alternative ways to fundraising that can kind of complement what you're doing and definitely give you a bigger kind of holistic, more comprehensive look for fundraising efforts. And also, definitely as we move forward, if there are any questions that you guys have, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. I'll be more than happy to follow up with you guys and take those next steps. But again, as we move forward for those fundraising events that we're planning out and putting forward, we'll definitely be in contact and making sure that these events that you guys put on are as effective as possible.
Thank you, Andrew. And I'd like to add just to send those updates to us as well. We'll make sure to share any information with the rest of our network. We'll post it on the partners Facebook page, and we'll send it out if need be to all of our listserv. We've done that, I know, for a couple of you who've wanted to share information with our network. Lisa, for example, was able to reach a number of our leaders, of our chapter leaders, and if you'd like to send out an email with a wide reach, just make sure to get in touch with me, and I can make that happen. So once again, I'd like to just thank you. I'd like to thank Andrew as well for his leadership and for his dedication to the program and to helping you, and his continued support of your projects, and each and every one of you who have really stood head and shoulders above so many of our members by taking the step to be a network innovator and to lead this effort to really help support our chapters, help support our network, make our organization much more dynamic, and help us try to solve the pressing problems that each chapter in our organization faces, and how can we better support you, how can we make your programs more successful, and how can we reach new members that will be the individuals, or who will be the individuals to carry on the torch and into the future. So once again, thank you again, and we will be in touch. I will be following up with you as well as Andrew, and just let us know if there's anything that you need, and we'll be here to help you out. And we'll be sending out your certificates in the mail. And once again, thank you again for all your hard work and dedication. And this is our final webinar, so thanks again for tuning in, and we'll be in touch. Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Michael and Andrew and everybody.
No, thank you, John.
Is the guy from Nebraska there?
No, he's
Terry?
not. He's not on
Terry?
today, but I can send you his contact information.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Sure thing. I can do that right now.
Thanks.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Barbara Block and Carmen Sepasi, too.
I'll let them know you say hello.
Okay.
All
Thanks a
right.
lot.
Bye, everybody.